What's up guys, Frank Fulci back again with another weekly haul unboxing collection update video. Let's jump right into it. Welcome to the channel guys. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy what you see here in the next coming moments. And if you are my regulars, welcome back guys. Always love to have you here. As always, too much stuff here to go through, so try to go through them in a timely fashion, but not too quick. First up, I don't think there's any music related stuff today. I think it's all movies all the time. So let's jump into this. First one is up, package I had to open up carefully earlier in the week. This is from Dark Force Entertainment. If you watched my video a couple weeks ago, they had sent me the wrong thing. They sent me an extra copy of, trying to look around if it's here, of Primal Rage, which I had already ordered a few weeks previous to that, prior to that. And so now they've sent me the right thing, Primal Scream, which is an older one in their line. This is number 3 in the Dark Force Entertainment, like numbered. Is this gonna focus at all today? No, it's not. There it is. Number 3. Back looks pretty sick. Their movies are pretty hit or miss. Most of the time miss. But I'm a glutton for punishment like most of you guys are, I'd assume, in this genre that we love. This entry from the 80s sci-fi horror genre, Primal Scream, from 87, was heavily inspired by Blade Runner. It starred Kenneth McGregor and combines murder, mystery, and science fiction. In the future, a private detective tries to stop a large corporation from mining an element whose side effects include igniting human flesh and destroying internal body parts. If you loved the campy 80s sci-fi horror genre, Primal Scream is a must for your collection. Old school 80s movie, this one will probably be pretty good. Well, I say that all the time, but every Code Red movie I own is from around the 70s and 80s, and they're fucking garbage. So, yeah, I guess it's all a matter of preference. Next up, a box from Severin. So this was one small part of that mid-year fiasco, mid-year sale that they had. And so it was stuck at the pressing plant because of the cool, what's the word I'm looking for today? Slipcover that they had made for this. So this is Fulci for Fake. No, it's not a movie about me, Frank Fulci, but the Fulci, Lucio Fulci, of course. So I don't know if this, yeah, this comes off on camera, right? A little hologram, whatever the word is. Cool cover there. Filmed by Simone Scafidi, featuring Nicola Nocella with Fabio Frizzi, Antonella Fulci, Camilla Fulci, Paolo Malco, Sergio Salvati, Michele Soavi, and Lucio Fulci. I don't know if this is like a documentary. It's not, but because it's clearly not actually Lucio on the front. I think it's just a movie about him. So maybe it's a documentary mixed with footage of like reenacted stuff. I don't know. I don't really know anything about this other than it's involving Lucio, so I had to get it. But yeah, dope presentation there from Severin. Next up, I should have did this one first maybe, because it's not a movie, but it's not music. Terror Threads. You guys know I love to buy from these guys. And if you're not buying from them already, you should be too. They have awesome designs every single time. I usually go for like the limited pieces that are only up for like, yeah, they even call it Hours of Terror limited edition. So I got a large here. And look at this, dope Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th design. Now I don't remember who designed this one in particular, but man, I love that. So sick. I have way too many Jason shirts, but when they keep making them that look like this, man, hard to pass up. So that's that. There's this dope little, actually feels like a sticker that they send. This is different. Don't usually get this from them. Sticker that like peels away. I don't know if it's them they usually send or Fright Rags that sends like warheads and stuff, but all right, that's that. Now we get back into the movies. Here's an Amazon package. Oh, this is a good one, guys. Oh, is it good? Blue Underground has started doing 4K releases. Now, the last ones were Maniac and Maniac and Zombie. Now they have done House by the Cemetery. Of course, another Fulci movie. And the New York Ripper. So, New York Ripper is great. I've seen this multiple times. I love this. It's a slasher with a duck, basically. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. House by the Cemetery I saw a while ago, so it's not really fresh in my mind. Of course, I could have watched it yesterday and it wouldn't be fresh in my mind just because that's how my brain is. But two great movies right here from Fulci and from Blue Underground. And like I said, they started doing their 4K stuff. So here we go. 2 discs for each of them. Tons of special features on each of them. And again, I didn't watch the other 4K stuff I have from them, but I'm sure all the scans look amazing. Next, Ronin Flicks. I don't think anything in here is particularly horror, but you guys like other stuff, right? All kinds of genre-related stuff. Here's the problem with this order. Again, the woes of a collector. They released 4 titles, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna jump on them right away. I'll wait a little bit, wait a couple of months, wait a few weeks, whatever it is, wait for some more money to come in. Not that I don't have the money, I have the money for this stuff, it's just, you gotta stop spending at some point. Anyway, I go back like a week later, and one of them is sold out already. I'm like, this is why you can't wait for anything. Like, if you are a collector and you want something, there's no waiting. It's either buy this now or pre-order it, or you're never gonna have it, basically. The one that I didn't get was the only horror film. Actually, this looks horror-y. Messiah of Evil from Code Red. I don't have that, I don't think. Maybe I can double check and maybe I'll end up having it and it won't be that big of a deal. But pretty sure I don't have that one from over the years. Just looking quick at my little stack of Code Red stuff that's there, but I have more behind me, so I'll double check that. Anyway, I was upset about that, so I rushed to get these other 3, which I won't be watching anytime soon, I'm sure. First up is California Dreaming. Again, not horror, but this is Scorpion releasing an MGM. A nerd from Chicago, played by Dennis Christopher, tries desperately to fit in with the California crowd with the help of an older surfer and his stepdaughter, blind to the fact that their lives are even more boring and empty than his. Co-starring Tanya Roberts and directed by John Hancock. Now watch this poignant drama from a brand new HD master. So we have a drama movie here. Hell yeah. Next up is The Heavenly Kid. Another one I know nothing about. Back in the 60s on a dark deserted highway, Bobby and his 57 Chevy bought it at 90 miles an hour. Today he's making a comeback. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but it looks like a dramedy, like a comedy drama. Cheesy shit, of course. Again, Scorpion MGM. Is there a year on this? 85, so cool. Next up, Cold Heavens, somewhere between life and death. So this looks like one of the only horror-ish ones that I've gotten from here. 1992, so getting into 90s now. I'll read this, I guess, from Nicholas Roge, the legendary director of Performance, Walkabout, Don't Look Now, The Man Who Fell to Earth, Bad Timing, and The Witches, comes this haunting, wild, and chilling psychological thriller starring Teresa Russell and Mark Harmon. Seduction, deception, and death all lead to the ultimate test of an unfaithful woman's love and fate when her deceased husband inexplicably comes back to life. Cold Heaven is a rare find, haunting and mysterious, romantic and spiritual, and always riveting with eerie and earthly intensity. Top-notch cast includes James Russo, Will Patton, Julie Carmen, Talia Shire, and Seymour Cassell. Don't know any of those people, guys. At least not by name, maybe by face. And last in this week's haul are 2 from, yeah, I said it, not 1, but 2 from Shout Factory. Everyone's favorite place to buy shit. So, okay, so first up, they did another surprise release of some Roger Corman stuff. One of them, again, know nothing about them. I know they're going to be cheesy fun. This is a throwback from 1957, Attack of the Crab Monsters. Now, I don't know if these were ones that they had released originally on DVD, not under Scream Factory, but Shout Factory. I know they put out a bunch of like Roger Corman collection or Roger Corman classics, excuse me, but so these might have been stuff that they just owned and they, you know, remastered them. So yeah, because they have new 2K scans, so it's not like they just put that same DVD transfer on a Blu-ray, but they did, you know, they did some work on these. While investigating the disappearance of researchers who had been looking into atomic activity in the Pacific, a group of scientists become marooned on an island. They quickly fall prey to giant mutant crustaceans that are able to absorb the minds of their prey. Oh my god. That's pretty crazy. So, giant crab monster, mental telepathy shit. The next up is Death Sport. In the year 3000, there will be no more Olympic Games, World Series, or Super Bowl. There'll only be Death Sport. So another cheesy, let's see, 1978, all right. 1,000 years in the future, following the Great Neutron Wars, the world is divided into desert wastelands and isolated city-states. Lord Zerpala captures the notorious Death Ranger, Kaz, played by David Carradine, hell yeah, to fight to the death in his game, Death Sport. Now Kaz must face his past, fight for his future, and save the city from the war that Lord Zerpala is getting ready to wage. Co-starring with Carradine are Claudia Jennings, Jesse Vint, and Richard Lynch. Hell yeah, that's gonna be fun. And this next one from Shout / Scream Factory. Last one for today, guys. I didn't want to put this order in, but if you've seen my last few Shout Factory packages that I've gotten over the last couple of months, you'll have heard me mention that a lot of their titles are going out of print. So I picked up a few here and there, especially the IFC ones that they've put out. But I thought I was pretty much caught up. Like, I didn't think I had to rush to get any more. But every time I get an email about, like, remember, these are still going out of print, I see more and more that I don't have, and I'm like, fuck. And funny thing is, like, even after ordering these and those other few orders, I actually have missed out on some. I don't have the Vagrant, which is now out of print, gone. Like, if I want that, I gotta buy it on eBay or something for like 30 bucks or more already. There's a couple others, and I'm like, I can't believe, like, me being on top of shit as much as I am just goes to show you, like, how much is actually going on in the boutique label world of movies. Like, you guys see how much money I spend and, like, see how much I get in weekly, and I'm still missing out on shit. And it's kind of crazy, but anyway, the ones that I was able to grab that I didn't own, let's get into them. This is actually a Shout Select title that I didn't have, and from what I understand, this is a cult classic. I've never seen this, don't know anything about it. This is actually number 1 in the Shout Select. You're not going to be able to see that, and this thing's not ever going to focus, of course. Number 1. So this is The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the 8th Dimension. Collector's edition, no slipcover, of course. I shouldn't have expected that. Although, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it came with one originally if it's a collector's edition. I know there's also a steelbook of this, which I could have grabbed, but forget about it. Yeah, I'm not going to read this whole thing. There's 2 discs. High definition, obviously. Running time, 102 minutes from 1984. So you guys tell me, instead of me reading this off, you guys tell me in comments down below, what is this about? Have you seen it? Again, a lot of people seem to love this movie, so I'm definitely late to the party on that one. And a bunch of these are older 50s, 60s type horror black and whites. So first up is The Vampire. Again, these are ones that I've never really rushed to get, just because I have to be in a certain mood to watch these old school movies. I do appreciate them for what they are, but compared to today's film, obviously you guys know, being film lovers yourselves, it's just a different dynamic altogether. Some of them are a lot slower and not as impactful, you can say, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, 1957, The Vampire. I mean, the cover art is dope. I always love these old school posters, arts and stuff. Next up, same thing in terms of style and level of fucking dopeness. Basically, I Bury the Living. Another old school 58. So that was 57. This is 58. Next up, also awesome, Screaming Skull. 58. Still sticking with the late 50s here. Get rid of that glare. Awesome cover. The Man from Planet X. This is one I have heard of at least, but again, never saw this old school sci-fi. Just the pictures alone of the man from Planet X, I guess. 1951, so going out older a little here now, even older. This is gonna be fun. Again, I have to be in a certain mood, but they'll be fun once I throw them on. An Invasion of the B-Girls. This one looks a little older, yeah, by 20 years, almost 73. So again, oldie, but not as old as those, of course. Again, don't really rush to get these, but I don't think they're that old in terms of when Scream released them. 2017, I guess 3 years is the time they have titles licensed for, and then, man, I didn't think, but again, I guess as much as I'm on top of things, just can't keep track of everything. Well, that's it today, guys. Hopefully you liked what you saw here. Let me know in the comments below which of these you've seen, which of these you like, which one should I watch first. Of course, I have 8 billion movies from the last year and a half, 2 years that I've been doing this channel that I still haven't watched. They're still in the shrink wrap, and sure, I'll get some hate for that, but it's the life of a collector when you have this much mass, this much volume, and so on. Anyway, did you pick up this Fulci movie? Did you order this awesome limited Terror Thread shirt? Did you get these Roger Cormans? All that good stuff. Hit me in the comments below. Let me know what's going on in your life. Even if you don't want to talk movies, hit me up. Just say hello. Make sure you give me that thumbs up before you leave. Like I said, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already by the end of the video. And check out, this will be my 102nd video total, so there's plenty of other material to look at. I got some guys going back and watching my videos from like March of the year that I first started this, and boy, those videos were bad, but they're still commenting, they're still liking the content, so make sure you check it out and see my progression over the years. Trying to think of what I have coming in the mail this week. Probably a bunch of random shit that I forgot about. I've been putting my money and energy towards other things at the moment. As silly as it sounds, again, you guys are gonna laugh at me, but I've gotten into recently wrestling action figures. If you know me from here and you've been watching for a while, I do mention from time to time wrestling, and I've been a wrestling fan for 20 years now, a little over that maybe. And I used to collect action figures when I was younger, and now I've made the mistake of starting to collect again. So me being the crazy lunatic I am, I'm kind of going all in on that right now. But I'm going to try to make sure this channel doesn't slow down at all, and who knows, you know, I go through phases. I was doing comic books for a long time, and now I can't even think of the thought of acquiring new comic books. So we'll see where this takes me, but I'm sure the horror related stuff will not stop flowing. Just finished up the 3rd book of the 3 books I picked up a couple weeks ago, which were The Fear, Magpie Coffin, and Forgotten Island. I have about 20 pages left in that one, so I'm kind of already looking at the next book I should read. I think I'll be reading Joyland by Stephen King, which I had picked up a couple of weeks before those ones, and yeah, we'll get rolling with that. So reading, action figures, and of course horror stuff. So let me know what you guys are doing lately, what you're collecting, what you're into. Actually, speaking of wrestling, there's another WWE pay-per-view tonight, which I'm sure will be trash, just like every other WWE pay-per-view, but as I mentioned before, I'm a glutton for punishment, so I will be watching that nonetheless. Anyway, guys, hit me in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thumbs up, and be good. Peace out. Be good.